Hi, loves. So I just woke up and I really felt that I want to make this video while it's still fresh. So I might be a little slow, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I've been in the dark a lot for the last year, and it has taught me so much. It's been incredibly hard and uncomfortable at times. At times it's been easy. It's been a real ride. And what I wanted to share is what makes the dark times hard is really our resistance to, we don't believe that these parts, these feelings deserve love. It's like we have a veil in front of our eyes and we can't see those parts as they truly are, the wounds that they represent. Instead, we see them as something wrong or unacceptable. These are rejected parts of us that are making themselves known to be loved and accepted and made whole, healed. And it's no wonder that we resist them and push them away because they made us feel separate, alone, isolated in the past. And we believe that taking them into the wholeness of who we are is dangerous and it's threatening. So it's really no wonder that we push them away. And being able to witness your darkness, like even see it, even be slightly aware of it, is more than enough. You don't have to do big work all the time, and you don't have to have this kind of idea that you have to fix yourself. It's more than enough to just be able to see that darkness and kind of create a container for it, like a little container in your being where you just got space to be seen and held and witnessed and just be present there with your attention on it and kind of just create this safe space of love inside yourself to just be with it, even if that's only for like a second or 10 seconds, and then it gets to a minute, and then maybe it's much harder again. Like, sorry, bless me. So, yeah, like, we can be so hard on ourselves. We can be really hard on ourselves when we are going through a hard time. And like, it's not enough that we're feeling bad and being in a dark place, but we're kind of pushing ourselves into that dark place even more by feeling that there is something wrong with being in that place, and it's really not. Like, I feel that there is a side to the spiritual community and like the self-help and self-improvement community that is like, you have to feel good all the time and you have to heal those traumas, and you just have to kind of push through and just be aligned and integrate everything and be on top. And that is not healthy. I I feel that it's not healthy to actually see it from that point of view. And I know this because I'm doing this to myself, like direct experience of being very hard on myself and feeling like, oh, all these people are doing this and they really get their shit together, and here I am feeling bad, and I'm just making myself feeling more bad for that. And that's not healthy, because that darkness, it's like it's really coming up to be loved, and that can be really hard. So as I said, just 10 seconds or 1 second, like little steps, small steps in the right direction, just being able to hold yourself fully, authentically as you are in that moment, even if it's uncomfortable and ashamed and angry, that in itself is more than enough. Just being with the darkness and allowing it to have space in your being and be witnessed is more than enough, and it's beautiful. So when you are in a dark place, first of all, please do at least one thing every day that makes you feel worthy, that makes you feel this like place inside of you, that you feel okay, I'm good, I'm going through a rough time, but I'm good, like I'm worthy of life, I'm worthy of love, I am more than good enough. And in your best, like as capable as you are, work or practice keeping your heart open in pain and in dark. Like create this container in your heart of openness and acceptance for everything. And that is also acceptance when you do mess up, when you fall into old patterns, when you make mistakes, when you act out, when you are kind of a bitch to your partner, when you say something that you didn't want to say to your child, when you just kind of screw up in a way, when you know that you made something that makes you feel unaligned with yourself. Because loving yourself is including everything, all of those parts. Like, you can't say that you love yourself unconditionally or practice loving yourself unconditionally if you don't love the parts that mess up, act out, fall into darkness, fall into old patterns. And this is not an easy thing to do. This is not just, oh, I love myself, all is good. It's really so much understanding and witnessing and opening your heart and closing your heart and seeing why you close your heart, and then opening your heart for closing your heart, and then maybe closing your heart again. This might not be a liner linear and perfect ride, but it's your ride, and in whatever way it looks, even if it's really messy and you blame the world for it and you scream at your partner and you feel very hurt and disappointed and you feel like you can't find it in yourself to forgive something, it's your ride. It might be messy, but it's yours, and hold yourself through it as best as you can. Practice slowly and gently creating that container within you, within your heart, and allow it to open more and more with every time that you experience pain and darkness. And every time you make a mistake, every time you perceive that you have messed up or fallen out or feel unaligned, love all of that. Don't push anything away to fit into this spiritual perfection kind of this way that this is the right way to be if you're spiritual or if you're on this path of self-love, that this is the way you need to be because others has said so. I don't even want you to blindly listen to, like, don't listen to what I say if it doesn't really resonate with you on a deep level. Don't take anything I say just because I say it. Don't take anything anyone says just because they say it. Really check with yourself, because we can get very lost in other people. We can get very lost in someone we perceive as more evolved or better or have it more together. And the fact is that we're all just navigating, we're all making mistakes, and we're all just trying to do our best. And we can help each other and support each other, but we're not supposed to make ourselves feel worse because of where someone else is in their life and their path and their journey. So I want to give you all my love, the deepest and most unconditional love for your path, for your experience, and for your pain. And for everything that you have told yourself that you're not worthy of love, because you are always worthy of love and you are always enough. And I love you so, so deeply. Create that container as best as you can. Allow your heart to stay as open as it can. And if you can't, that's beautiful and okay too. Witness yourself no matter how you feel and what's going on. And remember that you're perfect and loved. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me. I love you so, so much.